Powered by Keim Home Center. Now let's head to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio at Sammy Sue's in Dover with Big Z Sports.
Keim Home Center. This is the Keim Home Center, Big Z Sports Extra Point Show. I'm Bill Hammerstrom. Over there is the smart guy at the table, Travis McClelland. He's got his sunglasses on. The play team on WJER. Listen to us Friday nights at WJER.com. But right now we are hosting the Big Z Sports.
WTUZ didn't tell me to bring. We're excited to announce our girls golf team qualified to the state championships in Division I golf today. They were led by Maya Downing with a individual score of a 76. The team score 367. Tremendous showing by the Lady Tornadoes today. Faulkner, all juniors, all back. So I think it also looks pretty good.
Girls tennis, they made a nice run here and played today up north.
Yeah, they were. And our girls tennis team is a senior-dominated team. But they completed an undefeated season this year. They are by far and away the best team since I've been AD. Great senior leadership with both the team and some individuals. Taylor Rose was a senior. They were very much led by Taylor. She's the all-time wins leader, almost getting to 100 career wins, if you can imagine that. Along with Olivia Spraggins, Addie Wurst, Avery Cantini, Carly Dumermuth, Haley Lent and Bella May.
And they played in the districts today, Division I, correct? Unfortunately for them, in that tough district, they don't get to move on to state. But a historic showing out of three of them in Van.
And the ball back, and a lot of people don't understand. They don't know how to compete with that sometimes because they're used to, hitting a winner and it's over. And our girls just battle and keep hitting it back. And it's a testament to their commitment and to Coach Conrad's leadership.
As we continue with Dover Athletic Director Tim McCrate, we talked about girls golf, girls tennis. The volleyball team plays tomorrow. They're on a tear as well.
Yeah, we had a bit of a setback earlier this week against Tusky Valley, but sometimes a loss can really recalibrate you and set you back on the course you need to be on, and we're hoping that's the case. But the girls are 18-2. Number one seed in the new OHSAA divisioning, and they'll play next week. But yeah, we have a big concluding match here.
Today to watch some girls soccer. I know somebody special. You scored a goal in that game, 4-0 victory.
Yeah, the girls made a hard shot look pretty easy. So I was pretty proud of her, and she got a couple of assists.
And she's just a junior too, so she'll be returning for that soccer
as well. Both of each other. So we're hosting. Up and play Monday night at 6:30.
And you got the boys too, postseason soccer?
Yeah, they'll play at 6:30 on Tuesday. So looking for. Yeah, I was going to point out our boys golf team, two teams, or not earlier in the year had a minus 367. And I've had 9-hole scores closer to and we didn't quite have the strokes we needed yesterday, but we knew we had an opportunity today and then during the course of the day. And but everyone's playing in the same weather, and we're not making excuses.
So we have some football team captains coming up on the show. Yeah. Do you want to talk about how much you've enjoyed watching this football team play this season, see you on the sidelines at every game?
I do, and you always enjoy teams for different reasons. I enjoy this team's resilience. They've been dealt a lot of adversity, and they just keep it's like Cool Hand Luke. They just keep the life skill for these kids, and they're going to learn that life's hard, and you got to get back up and fight, and they're demonstrating that.
Studio, maybe a month or two ago before the season there, you were in on a Saturday morning early, but we're talking about Friday night at the moment, the football team, the band, the cheerleaders, the fans, and all that thing's going on. What makes Friday night in Crater Stadium so special?
Regardless of what we're doing, whether it's theater, whether it's band, or whether it's athletics, or whether it's the debate team, we have a high standard, and Mike Tomlin always says, and I'm a Steeler fan, he says the standard is the standard.
Right.
And we hold our adults and kids to a high standard, and I think it shows on a Friday night.
It just seems like the band and the cheerleaders and the football parents and the football team and all the workers and fans, it just comes together into something special on a Friday night. And it's just, so neat that everyone supports each other in there, and it's just a nice culmination of what our community is.
Yeah, it's very much a community event. It's Crater Stadium is a source of community pride.
Beautiful facility.
And our kids have parents that played in that stadium, whether it was an instrument or whether it was the football game,
right.
and or cheered on a Friday night, and it's special. And we're working hard to preserve that. We want a big crowd on Friday nights. We want it to be the center of attention in our community, and it takes a lot of hands to make that happen.
All right, Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan still here with Dover Athletic Director Tim McCrate. Time to sell some tickets, Tim. Get people into your final home game and then sell them for the road game against your rival.
Yeah, so we have a game next week against Lindsley, and the feature for that event, Hunter Armstrong, two-time gold medalist and one-time silver medalist, will be in Crater Stadium, and we'll be honoring him. So if you want to see Hunter, please come out. And by the way, there's a football game that night too. And that's our last regular season home game. We're hoping to get another after the end of the season, but that's our last regularly scheduled game. And New Philly tickets are on sale now for our season ticket holders. And we do have a special reminder, and we've put it out there. Those tickets need to be purchased by October 16th. If our season ticket holders don't claim those, they're going to be put up for resale to the general public New Philly week.
All right, Dover Athletic Director Tim McCrate, anything else you want to say before we get into the football talk with your players and coaches?
No, I appreciate you having me on here, and appreciate the opportunity to speak about our school and our community and our athletes and programs. The one thing, we just finished our Hall of Fame program last Thursday. It was a wonderful event, and people always say, well, I don't know when it's going to be. It's always going to be Hall of Fame or homecoming weekend, the Thursday evening before the homecoming football game, and it'll start doors will open at 5:30. And next year's date, save the date, Thursday, October 9th. So if you're a mom in the audience right now, you'll know that you need to get flowers for your for your child for the 11th, because that'll be the homecoming dance. So that's all I have, and do appreciate the opportunity to come on to the show. Thank you.
All right, Dover Athletic Director Tim McCrate, Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan here on your Keim Home Center Big Z Sports Extra Point Show. We're at Sammy Sue's Barbeque. When we come back, we'll have the coaches and players for the Dover Crimson Tornado football team right here on Big Z Sports.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Keim, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Keim Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on their menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
We're back with the Keim Home Center Big Z Sports Extra Point Show. Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan for Big Z Sports. And alongside us now is Dover assistant coach Matt Reese. Tim McCrate is out of the building, maybe not listening or watching right now, so you can first tell us about playing underneath defensive coordinator Tim McCrate.
It was a great experience playing for Coach McCrate. I learned a lot of life lessons from him and a lot of lessons that carried over into my football career. And I didn't start as a coach. I started in the accounting field and slowly shifted over. And part of that reason I shifted over and became a coach was because of Coach McCrate, Coach Yift. So,
Bill, I'm going to age myself here, but I actually coached Coach Reese. That's how old I am.
That was years and years ago.
100 years ago, it felt like. So, but yeah, you notice he didn't mention me in that little coach's thing. That's all right.
He was very nice about that, because McCrate has left the building. I mean, you were supposed to give the McCrate's not in the room answer, but you were very respectful. We appreciate that.
So, Coach Reese, what brought you back from the accounting field, making all that money, to be a coach?
Well, a lot of it was right out of college, I went down to Columbus. I worked as an accountant down there and wanted to be home. Dover's home to me. It's a great community. And when I came back, I had a conversation with the youth football commissioner, and he asked if I wanted to coach in the youth football league. So I started doing that for about 6 or 7 years, and really enjoyed it. It wasn't so much of the coaching aspect; it was more of seeing kids develop. And over time, continued to do that. And Coach Shift reached out to me and asked if I'd have any interest in coaching at the high school level. And I did. I had thrown around the idea of getting into education and becoming an educator, and that kind of catapulted my change and shift from accounting into coaching and teaching.
So were you a Steeler or a Bronco? I can't remember.
I was a Steeler.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
He come up through the Pee Wee program all the way up through.
You guys picked Steelers and Broncos for your team names after
Oilers?
the 80s?
Oilers and the Raiders, yeah.
Oh, those Raiders, yeah.
So before we went on the air, we were talking about your position, how you wanted me to introduce you, and you had a hard time nailing down your defensive coordinator, linebackers, running backs. What all do you do for the Dover football team?
From a coaching standpoint, you nailed them all. I help coordinate the defense, coach the running backs, and I coach the linebackers as well.
So Coach Reese, you were what year are you in here coaching?
This is my 10th season. It's my 10th season.
I asked Coach or Mr. McCrate about this, but I'm going to ask you, what makes Crater Stadium on a Friday night so special?
First and foremost, I would just say the complete atmosphere. From the fans to the band to our student section, the cheerleaders. We have great support, and I went and I spoke with our student section a few weeks ago, and I explained that I guess I expressed it as our Dover football community, and it's not just our football team. It's not just the football players. It's everyone. It's the student section and the community. It's the band. It's everyone that makes a Friday night special, whether we're playing at Crater Stadium or on the road.
Sure. I feel like you might want to expand a little bit more on the cheerleaders, right? You ought to, I think.
I probably should. I don't know. My wife is the cheerleading coach here at Dover, so I don't know if she's listening or not.
Well, she can watch it on YouTube later, so you better say something nice.
Please don't tell her that it's on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously a busy time of year for us, but she's very supportive, and she does a great job with the cheerleaders, and I know they enjoy having her as a coach, and we're very fortunate in our community to have her having the same passion for helping kids that that the rest of us do when we coach.
Yeah, so what's the answer with you guys? And I know you guys both put in a tremendous amount of time, you and Mrs. Reese, and you also have 3 kids. And how do you find that balance? Because I see your truck at the stadium quite often. I know my daughter's a freshman cheerleader, so I know the time they put in. Competition season's right around the corner for them. And so how do you guys balance that? How do you make it work?
Well, like I said, I'm very fortunate. My wife takes the brunt of it. She makes sure that kids are where they need to be, and she'll text and keep me updated. We have a very large calendar in the kitchen that has everything, every event listed on it. But she's understanding that football season is demanding for me, and we balance it out just by effective communication. And we're fortunate that our classrooms are right down the hall from each other, so if something happens during the day, we can have a quick conversation in between class periods if needed.
Perfect.
All right, let's say Mrs. Reese has to put together a defensive game plan for Friday. You have to put together a cheerleading routine for Friday. Who does a better job?
I'm probably going to put it on her. I mean, she's very organized, and she pays attention to details, so I'd have to say that I would have to give her the credit on that.
So we have 5 of your senior captains here. Do you want to talk about your senior captains and your seniors on this team this year, because they've gone through some adversity here so far?
Absolutely. We have a great group of kids, and we seem to have that every year in Dover, and that's part of the benefit of being in Dover is we always have a great group of kids. They're respectful, and yes, they have dealt with some adversity this year. The whole team has, but I believe I heard Coach McCrate talk about this as well, or Mr. McCrate at this point. And he expressed, they're life lessons, and that's the beauty of coaching high school sports is, many of our student athletes aren't going to go on and play after high school. However, they are learning life lessons from us as coaches and through playing the game. And so they've responded to it. We've had a lot of guys step up in situations where, they might not have originally thought this is where I'm going to need to step up, but they've handled it fantastically. Like I said, we have a great group of captains that have led us. They lead us on the field, they lead us in the community, they lead us in the weight room. So they represent us very well.
Yeah, we're going to run down just real quick. We're going to touch on some football stuff. You're sitting currently at 5-2, number 7 in your region, so poised to get a home game there. Just run down, just real quick, your quick synopsis of your seasons thus far.
Again, a synopsis of the season so far. We've played tough competition, and it's made us better because of it. We did talk about some of the adversity, but we've had individuals step up and fill in some of those roles where we've had some season-ending injuries and some that hopefully we're getting some guys back. So we've become stronger because of our schedule, and we certainly don't have the rest of the season is not an easy schedule for us either, and so we'll continue to grow and continue to build.
Yeah, I believe 6 of your first 7 opponents are in playoff contention right now, if not all 7. So iron sharpens iron.
Absolutely.
Is there a play or a moment or a game this season that you think defines it so far?
It's hard to define, in my opinion, a season with one play or one game. But going back all the way through the summer and into scrimmages and into our first games is seeing the growth that our kids have experienced and taking the coaching and being able to become better because of it each and every week. And so I would say it's accumulation of multiple games in a row and again seeing the growth, and that's one of the beauties of coaching high school sports.
We're going to open up a little bit into Coach Matt Reese' personal life here.
Okay.
Just a touch. I want to know, do you have any pregame superstitions, any pregame rituals, any meals, any of that nature before you get to the stadium on Friday nights?
I'm not as bad as I used to be. Right. In college, I was very regimented in how I did things, and I tell some of our kids some of my college routines. But nothing real specific. Okay. Maybe just how I do things throughout the week.
So no pregame meal you have every week?
No pregame meal, but I do have a tendency to wear the same thing every Friday to school, and so I stick with a very consistent wardrobe there.
Very nice.
I do like to talk to Travis and Coach Reese and all the Dover graduates about the rivalry against New Philadelphia. Usually we don't do that on YouTube because you guys can't tell me what you were up to back in the day. But how does it compare? Travis, you know what I'm talking about.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. But on YouTube, how can you compare your growing up through the rivalry to what the kids are going through nowadays?
It's second to none. The rivalry is a great tradition, and I just to kind of put it into words, I used to bring friends home when I was in college. And and they couldn't believe the stadium. They couldn't believe the amount of fans that were there, no matter what the weather situation was. And they were just so amazed at the support that we had from both communities, whether it was Dover or New Philadelphia. So I mean, it's difficult to compare, but it's something that is very special to our two communities.
Yeah, I brought some kids home or young men home too, and it's the same thing. Like, this is a high school football game, like. Yeah, it's the only game of the year where you're coming out for warm-ups and it's packed and people are at a frenzy. And, to me, Week 10 is that game you think about all the time from the time you're little. When you're in the backyard throwing that Nerf ball with your buddy or yourself, you're putting yourself in the Dover, New Philadelphia game. And that's what you grow up with. And there's a line there to where this is the game, this is the week, and it's in your DNA. When you got that double helix all twisted up in there, you're either Dover or New Philadelphia.
Travis will be calling that game on WJER.com. So at that time, maybe you can share. It won't be saved in perpetuity on YouTube like this is, but maybe you can share some of your Dover, New Philly stories at that time.
I'll save some. Yeah, I'll give you the PG version.
All right, WJER.com is where you can listen to all the Dover football games this fall with me and Travis McClellan. We do the play-by-play over there. Right now, this is the Keim Home Center Big Z Sports Show, the Extra Point Show, and we're at Sammy Sue's Barbecue in Dover with Coach Matt Reese.
Great food.
Absolutely. Coach, anything else you want to say about your team?
First, just thank you guys for having us on, having the media support that we do. Again, we talk about the support of communities, and a big part of that is the media support that we have. So we definitely have to thank you guys for all the support that you give us, so whether it's social media or through live stream or on the radio. And again, I can't say enough about the fight that our team has, and fighting through and learning from some of the adversity that we faced. So thanks again.
All right, Dover assistant coach Matt Reese on the Keim Home Center Big Z Sports Extra Point Show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we have some Dover football captains coming up next. Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan, again, the Keim Home Center Big Z Sports Extra Point Show on Big Z Sports.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Keim, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Keim Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on their menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
Sports Extra Point Show. Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan for Big Z Sports. We're joined by two of the senior captains for the Dover Crimson Tornado football team. We have Dalen Clark and Isaac Blickensderfer. Thanks so much for coming on. All right, pick up a microphone. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Isaac, how are you doing, first of all?
Doing great.
Well, that's good, because we're very disappointed in how the season has ended up for you.
Yeah.
How are you doing with that?
Getting a lot better. Go do my therapy before practice, and go with Coach McVicker to get all my therapy done, try to get my range of motion back, and get ready for surgery.
Well, it's nice to see you walking around. You seem to be moving okay for just general walking around.
Yep.
So, Isaac, we're going to go away from football a little bit. We're going to talk about the classroom, and you can't say gym or lunch. What's your favorite class?
I would have to say printmaking with my friends. I like we just do a bunch of crafts and stuff like that. It's really fun when it comes down to that, but just doing stuff with my friends in that class I really like.
Okay, what's your pregame superstition, routine, anything of that nature? Do you eat the same meal, wear the same shirt, don't change your underwear?
My grandma makes protein bowls before, so my grandma always brings them to my house, so I always have those right before the game and bring them into the locker room and like having those.
I know Grandma Sue's baking ability, so if you have extra, I'm in the booth.
Absolutely.
I know after the game, Isaac likes chocolate milk.
Oh
yeah.
I usually just wait for everybody to get out of the locker room, so if there's any extras, I can just take home.
There you go. What did you order here at Sammy Sue's?
I had the mac and cheese burger.
Nice. Yeah. That's a good pull.
I know the mac and cheese here after for our Thursday night meals. I've had the mac and cheese there, and I really can't go wrong.
What's your favorite stadium other than Crater to play in?
Ooh. I have to say the Steubenville, just because the atmosphere there. I mean, it's different, like not playing there, but when you're in it, I mean, it's definitely probably the best.
Yeah, they're right on top of you. They're passionate down there for sure.
So, Isaac, what got you to football? Because I've seen you grow up playing soccer a little bit. I think I was on the sideline. You were on one of those winter indoor soccer teams with us, and you were killing it out there too.
Thanks.
What draws you to football?
Just like the team aspect, especially on defense, stuff like that, like getting everybody where they want to, just being able to go out there, hit some people, make good plays, and just that overall aspect in the community, obviously too. I really like, I feel like this bigger, better community for Dover and stuff like that, and just the atmosphere is great.
First thing you said was hitting some people, and then you said making some plays. Which you like better, hitting some people on defense or making some plays on offense?
I would have to say hitting people. I definitely think that was probably my favorite. I mean, there's no better feeling than getting a good hit on somebody.
So, Isaac, what's I asked everybody so far. I'm going to ask you. So, Dalen, you can prepare for this. What makes Crater Stadium on Friday night so special?
I just have to say, like, the fans and stuff like that, just like the loyalty when it comes down to that. I mean, they always show up for any game. Yep. I mean, no matter who we're playing. I just feel like the fans always show up.
How's that feeling running out of the helmet when the band plays and the crowd goes wild? How's that feel?
I mean, it gets you right in the mood to just go out there and get ready. Just get ready to play. Get your mind right and all that. And I just don't think there's any better feeling than that.
So what's your pregame music routine? Who you got?
That's a hard one. Definitely some Travis Scott when he comes down to it. Got to get that. Maybe a little bit Eminem.
See, I'm old. It was Metallica, AC/DC, those things, but I'm 100 years old. So
is the locker room different now than it was when Travis was a kid? Is everybody listening to their own music in their they are?
Yeah, everybody has their headphones.
We had the Walkman CD player where you had to put the hold thing so it didn't skip.
So you don't hear music in the locker room. Everybody hears it in their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent. So Isaac, pregame meal-wise so far this year, you guys get fed on a lot of Thursdays. What's been your favorite? I know you had steak and chicken one week.
Mm-hmm. We had least chicken. We had that, and
that's a good pull.
With some potatoes too, the sauce and all that. Just kept going back.
Okay, as a captain, when it's your turn to call the coin flip, are you calling heads or tails?
Heads.
Okay.
Everybody goes tails, so you got to go heads.
All right, I got you.
So Isaac, you got 4 other captains out here with you. What can you say about your teammates?
They're all special in their own way, you know. Yeah, especially that one over there. I mean, they're, you know, just being around them, it's always special, you know, especially being able to, like, grow up with them, being able to walk out there as a captain. It's just one of those great feelings, you know, in life.
And what's it like? I think you're a record holder in track, right?
Yep.
So what's that like, too? What's that feeling to have your name up there?
It feels great, you know. I just hope I can stay hold of it, you know. I know this guy can't beat it, so it's all right. But, you know. I
thought we were going to shy away from that.
It's the 100 hurdles, right?
Oh, yeah, the 110s.
Okay, 110. Well, we'll have a race, but I need a 50-yard head start, but no hurdles.
I think that would be a good race. I mean, it would be right there.
You got to go to the hurdles. I get no hurdles, and I get a 50-yard head start.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be a photo finish.
Oh, probably so.
So, Isaac, if you have to introduce Dalen Clark now, how would you introduce him if you're introducing him to the YouTube audience right here?
Oh, I would say he's very out there, very loud, you know. He's not shy with arguing with anybody. You know, he's willing to stick his head through anything and fight for his team.
All right, Dalen, you ready to take the microphone?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I am good. What's it like playing with your brother? Because Dante Clark was out there. Last game we saw him make some really big tackles at the end. We've seen you help him to the sideline, like when he was hurt a little bit. What's it like out there with your brother?
It's super fun, but it's also a little scary. Like, I got to protect him out there. So if I see anybody pushing him around, I'm definitely the first one there to see that.
It looked like that on that play. Like he got dinged a little bit, and you took him all the way to the sideline.
Yeah, his finger looked a lot worse in the glove than it did when the glove was off. So I was a little worried for him too.
Dalen, don't worry, Coach Ift or Coach Reese not going to listen to this, so you can answer honestly. You play both offense and defense, being strong safety, running back / wide receiver. Would you rather score a touchdown or get an interception or fumble?
I'll go interception or fumble.
Okay.
Those are more rare,
all right.
So that'd probably be the answer.
Yeah, we won't tell Coach Ift. Don't worry about him.
You have Caden Shy out there, too. You have Isaac Blickensdorf. You have Justice Hughes. All these athletes on your team, and if you look at the statistics for your team, it's pretty evenly split out. How are you able to do that? I mean, do you credit that to your coaches, to your Jack Judkins?
Yeah, we definitely share the sugar, so everybody's getting their equal share of the ball.
So, Dalen, what is your superstition pregame meal? What's your routine pre-Friday nights?
I don't really have a superstition.
No special meal?
But routine-wise, I usually do the same thing. Okay. I'll put my socks on before we go out for our team meeting, and I'll keep them there. And then we get our jerseys on and stuff like that. And I'm just, like, super cautious about putting my uniform on. So that's about it.
Again, no lunch or gym, but what's your favorite subject in school?
It's going to sound bad, but probably Holocaust and genocide.
I'm
a big history
I'm a
buff.
history guy, too, yeah.
So I like to learn about World War II, so that's a fun class.
Have you been to the Holocaust Museum in D.C.?
I have not.
Oh, you got to go. It's wonderful. Yeah, it's wonderful.
I've watched both of you guys grow up. Dalen Clark, I remember watching you at East Elementary School doing the obstacle course, and my son had the unfortunate task of racing against you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was like my favorite thing ever.
Was it?
I do remember that.
I just want to thank you for being so nice, because you're very nice. Griffin, I mean, I love the kid, but he's not Dalen Clark's speed. I mean, he doesn't have that speed, but you were gracious in victory on that one, so I appreciate that. What else did you like in your extracurricular activities at school?
I'm the vice president of Interact Club, actually, so I love helping people out. I'm trying to get my little brother involved in that and his friends, so that's just super fun.
What do you do with Interact Club?
So one of our main events is Share a Christmas. We'll go buy Christmas presents and then donate them. And that's super fun, just knowing the kids are going to get something for Christmas.
Dalen, what other than Crater Stadium, what's your favorite stadium to play in?
Probably Team Across the River.
Okay.
All of our fans are there, so
I got you.
I mean, it's almost like the same as playing
I'm sure that's
a home game.
Popular opinion there.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I was just going to say Dalen Clark, Isaac Blickensderfer for the Dover Crimson Tornado football team. We have 3 more captains out there waiting to talk, but it's your turn, Dalen, to talk about the rest of your senior teammates here.
Yeah, I'd say each one of them, like Blick said, is individual. And they're special in their own way. A lot of them have unique attributes that help the team. And it's just really fun playing with them.
How fun was it last year when I think 4 football teammates got together and set a couple records at the All-Tusky track meet?
Oh, yeah, that was super fun.
So did you guys, how much planning went into getting you guys together? Because I think you set the record in the hurdles and in the 4x100. Is that correct?
Yes.
Was that
football team? They're joining us here in the Keim Home Center Big Z Sports Extra Point Show. Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan. Anything else you want to say?
Nope, I'm all good.
You got it covered.
Yep.
All right.
Great job, fellas.
Thanks for coming in. Hey, Big Z Sports, Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan. We'll be back with more on the Keim Home Center Extra Point Show with more team captains for the Dover Crimson Tornado football team on Big Z Sports.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Keim, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Keim Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on their menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest. Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
Back with the Keim Home Center, Big Z Sports Extra Points Show. Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan was with me earlier. Now we have 3 more captains for the Dover Crimson Tornado football team. We have TJ Arnold, Caden Shy, and Jack McKinnon here on the Big Z Sports Network. We're going to start with TJ Arnold. Thanks for coming in.
Yep, I'm glad to be here.
So tell me about your experience on the defensive line this year, because you kind of jumped back and forth, right? So,
Yeah.
So where are you at right now?
I'm still playing interior D-line and left tackle on offense.
So you were at the end before this
Yeah.
season, right? What's it been like on this defensive team as you've had some new people come in and combining with veterans like you?
It's good to get them like experience and just to try and make depth with the new players that are coming along.
So do you have any superstitions that you're trying to pass on to them? Anything you do before the game to get ready?
I usually try to drink a lot of water so I don't cramp, and I like to double up my socks before a lot of the games.
What do you eat before a game?
I usually don't eat anything before the games.
So when's your last meal before a game?
Probably lunch.
And is that just school lunch?
I go to Wendy's.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What does a guy like you, a lineman, order at Wendy's?
At Wendy's, I get 3 chicken sandwiches and an orange high C.
All right. We are here at Sammy Sue's Barbecue in Dover, so you have to tell me what you ordered here today.
Today, I got the mac and cheeseburger and a sweet tea.
Is that everybody's ordered the mac and cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Did you guys order something different? Well, everybody got the mac and cheeseburger, so that must be the recommendation here at Sammy Sue's Barbecue, the mac and cheeseburger. So last week was homecoming. What did you do for homecoming?
We just got pictures in Zor and then went out to eat in Canton.
So Travis has been asking the other players, explain the atmosphere at Crater Stadium. What makes Crater Stadium such a special place to play in?
Just the community coming together and everybody at the game just makes it so special.
And how long have you been playing football for? When did you start?
I started playing in 4th grade.
And have you been coming up with these guys all through? What's it like playing with these guys for, I can't do the math, but it seems like a really long time?
Yeah, it's just special playing football with them because they're some of my best friends. Yeah. And
you got Jack McKinnon here on your line. What are you two guys like together? I know that there's usually a special bond between defensive ends at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, we're a force to be reckoned with.
I think so.
Yeah.
You guys were both getting sacks there at the beginning of the year. You had a really good start to the season, so congratulations so far on your success. Do you want to pass the microphone off to Caden Shy? Caden, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I feel like I've known you for a long time.
Yep.
So when we met, you were a little soccer player.
Mm-hmm.
You are not that kid anymore. You have hit the weight room a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how you bulked up? What's your routine?
Just eat a lot of food, hit the weight room like twice a day.
So eating a lot of food, that means here at Sammy Sue's, you're ordering the
mac and cheeseburger.
Mac and cheese. What's your side?
Fries.
So how about before a game? What's your meal then?
3 chicken sandwiches from Wendy's.
3 chickens right before the game?
Probably like 2 hours before.
When you're talking 3 chicken sandwiches, is it the regular chicken sandwich or like the value menu chicken sandwich?
It's like the smaller one, so like the crispy one.
Okay. I think I could handle that.
Yeah.
So what is your pregame routine? Is there anything that you do pregame?
Take a nap before the game.
So how long is that nap usually for?
Like 45 minutes.
When did you start getting into a nap routine?
Last year.
How does that help you? What do you think it does for you?
It just helps me get focused, think about the game and stuff.
So we talked a little bit to Dalen Clark about this. You have a lot of skill position players on offense who need the ball because, I mean, you score touchdowns, Dalen scores touchdowns, Justice scores touchdowns. We've seen Colin Bruno, Cade scoring touchdowns. How do you guys split up the touches?
Jack likes to get the ball to a lot of guys. It really messes with the defense because they have to cover 5 people on the field.
So when you look back at the season so far, is there a play? I mean, you scored several touchdowns. Is there a play that sticks out to you right now?
The screen I got against Indian Valley.
So describe that play.
50-yard screen, took it to the house.
All right, I want to talk to you specifically about this play because Travis and I talk about this every week when we do the games on WJER. It's you're coming around in a jet sweep and you get it's a forward pass. Travis tells me so. So Jack Judkins is getting credit for your 50-yard scoring play. He's throwing it 6 inches and you're taking it 49 yards and 6 inches. Is that a pass play?
Yeah.
So describe that play to me. Describe how that scenario works out.
He calls me in motion. I see the snap. He flips it to me really quick. Get outside, take it to the house.
And I asked Isaac this too because I saw him play soccer at a young age. What drew you to football?
The physicality.
So you like to hit people too?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him, would you rather make a big play on offense or would you rather hit somebody?
Hit somebody for sure.
Does that go for setting a block too, like when you're blocking downfield?
Yeah.
Because it's another thing that Travis argued about on the air. You had a pancake block.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? What do you think?
I don't think it was the right call, but I'll respect it.
Right. So it was a pancake block, but I think you got called for holding and it brought back a touchdown. But
yeah.
You should have heard Travis in the booth. He was your biggest defender up there. He said there's no way that's a hold, that's a pancake block. So
yeah.
So Caden Shy, leadoff hitter for the baseball team too.
Mm-hmm.
So which is your sport, or are they both your sport?
They're both. I like them both.
What do you have to? Are you in the same shape you are now that you'll be in for baseball season, or is there something different that you have to do?
I'm probably a little bit bigger for baseball because I hit the weight room all winter, so I gain a little bit of weight.
Tell me about the upcoming baseball season.
Big season, trying to get recruited. So.
What about your team?
I think we'll be pretty good. We got all of our pitchers coming back. We just have to fill in the spot for Ethan Kelliker, which could be tough. So.
All right, Caden Shy, thank you. How about Jack McKinnon gets the microphone? What's up, Jack?
Nothing much. How are you?
I am pretty good. So tell me about your pregame routine.
Once I'm dressed and ready for the game, I usually just take a step outside the locker room, gather my thoughts, and just get ready to play.
So last season you missed it because of an injury. What's it been like being back on the field this year?
Amazing. It's the greatest feeling. Having to sit back and watch all year last year, just dying to get out there. Finally got out there the last 2 games of our season, but looking forward to this year. And then now that we're here, it's There's nothing better.
What makes Crater Stadium a special place to play?
Kind of like they said, just the atmosphere in general. Student section's always hyped up. The band's great. Cheerleaders are loud. Community comes together. Everyone's just there. It's a great atmosphere.
So, Jack, in the program, you're listed as the biggest guy on the team. So what does that mean your pregame meal is?
I usually go to Subway, get a sub, 2 cookies, and a blue Gatorade.
Just one sub?
Yep.
These guys are eating 4 chicken sandwiches. You better better pick it up. How about a sub and a half? How does that sound?
Yeah.
So what did you get here at Sammy Sue's Barbecue?
I got a mac and cheese burger.
And your side?
Mac and cheese.
Wow. Mac and cheese is the meal of choice here for Dover Crimson Tornado football. So do you have any superstitions when you get onto the field getting ready for a game?
Not really. Just go out there and play.
What do you think of your uniforms? 'Cause I haven't asked anybody that yet. The Alabama-ish crimson helmets, white shirt, crimson pants.
Nothing really special about them. Just plain and simple. Not about the looks. Just going out and playing.
I'm sure you've watched Crimson Tornado football your whole life, and the uniforms have changed a bit. Where do you think yours rank?
I like ours. They're simple. Don't say a lot, but I like them. They're clean, looking good.
I know you're a multi-sport athlete too, playing basketball. What drew you to football? Is football your sport?
I would say football is my sport. Yeah, my dad played in college, football family, so just kind of been around it all my life.
And tell me about growing up here in Dover. How long have you played football?
7th grade, started tackle, so.
And grew up with these guys, these other captains of yours. What's it like being on a team with all these guys you played with for so long?
It's great. You grow up, football is such a team sport, so when you get to play the sport together with your best friends all your life, it's a good time.
All right, what did you do for homecoming?
Same thing, just went and got pictures, and then went to dinner over in Philly.
So where do you, outside of Crater Stadium, is there a stadium that you like to play in?
I would say the team across the river stadium or Steubenville's.
So you get to play the team across the river. Can you tell me about that rivalry? I mean, growing up, watching the parade, watching everybody go by, and how you felt maybe someday wanting to play in that rivalry game.
Yeah, now being a senior, getting to lead in that game, it's something definitely to look forward to. Growing up, it's been such a big deal around here. It's just exciting to get there.
Does anybody say to you specifically, don't say the name of that team across the river, or is that just something you guys do?
It's kind of something we do. I bet they do the same thing, but it's kind of how it goes.
I know your coach does, because when he mentions them, he just says our rival. He never. And I'm afraid with a lot of these football players sitting around to say the name too. So I'm just saying the team across the river and that team, your rival. So Jack McKinnon again, one of the captains for the Dover Crimson Tornado football team. How would you say your season has gone so far?
I think it's going really well. Definitely had some adversity, but I think we've came together, got everyone in and focused on the team, and I think we're doing great things.
So what are you doing outside of football, your favorite subject in school, and any extracurriculars that you're a part of?
I would say my favorite subject is my computer application class with Coach Reese, and then outside with sports, playing basketball, and then lifting.
All right, you're here with TJ Arnold, Caden Shy. I didn't ask them that question about their favorite subject out of school. Do you guys have an idea that you want to mention, since I didn't ask you about your favorite subject?
Oh yeah, I like AP Calculus. I just really like math. So
AP Calculus, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're going to study when you?
Business, finance.
All right. So Caden Shy, TJ Arnold. We also have Jack McKinnon with us. Thank you guys for coming on. Anything else you want to say about your team, about your teammates? You're all good? All right. Thank you so much for coming on. Big Z Sports Show here. This is the Big Z Sports Extra Point Show, brought to you by Keim Home Center. We are here at Sammy Sue's Barbecue in Dover. Thanks very much to the Dover Crimson Tornado senior captains and their assistant coach, Matt Reese, for joining us, athletic director Tim McCrate, and we'll be back here on Big Z Sports.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Keim, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters, and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Keim Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on their menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
Back with the Keim Home Center, Big Z Sports, Extra Point Show, Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan. We want to thank the Dover senior captains and their assistant coach, Matt Reese, for joining us here. And Travis, good group of leaders there for the football team.
Yeah, we had great speakers, fine young men there, well-spoken. Sometimes, and God bless kids that struggle with the camera on, but you get one-word answers, but we didn't get that today. Very well-spoken young men. It was a good time.
And they are enjoying their meal right now here at Sammy Sue's Barbecue. Everybody ordered the exact same thing.
Yeah, it sounded like the mac and cheeseburger was the winner of the night. I had the smoked chicken and mac and cheese, and it was good. Bill, what'd you have?
I had the brisket tacos.
Ooh, can't go bad there.
But WTUZ has their own sandwich on the menu.
They
I'm surprised
do,
nobody got that.
Yeah, the Big Z burger, and it's a popular item as well.
It's a smart thing not to order, though, right before you're about to go on the air, because it gets on you.
It's a knife and fork sandwich, I think.
Yeah. You eat it, but you also wear it a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't want to go in front of a camera for that.
Thanks to Mr. McCrate, the AD, showing up here. Coach Reese, the defensive coordinator, running backs coach, linebackers coach, film guy. I think he sells popcorn at halftime. And of course, we had the 5 young men here: T.J. Arnold, Caden Scheid, Jack McKinnon, Dalen Clark, and Isaac Blickensterfer. What a nice crew! They're going to be hard to top next week.
And you can listen to that game where Dover takes on Madison Comprehensive on the road. They're the Rams. It's going to be at WJER.com. You can also listen to Dover Crimson Tornado football this Friday on 100.9 FM, 1450 AM, and WJER.com. But all that starts at 5:10 with the Big Z Sports Show. They do an excellent job putting everything together.
Yeah, Chris, Adam, Roger back in the studio in the Ed Shoemaker building, really getting everybody ready to kick out to game time.
And then stick around after the game as they wrap it up. They talk to coaches and they tell you about what happened across Tuscarawas County and the area on the Big Z Sports Show after the games. Also, stay tuned to Big Z Sports, the YouTube channel. 2 big games on the air. Big Z Sports has you covered. Indian Valley at Ridgewood. You can watch that game on Big Z Sports. It's a live stream. And Newcomers Town at Malvern, another live stream game on Big Z Sports on this YouTube channel. One more game to pay attention to at WJER.com. You can listen to Lexington at New Philadelphia, the homecoming game for the Quakers. So, Travis, we're about to wrap it up here from Sammy Sue's Barbecue.
Yeah, what a good time. And this was your first Wednesday coaches show. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Yeah, it was a great time. Yeah.
Hey, as long as we're plugging stuff, I'm back on the radio at WJER on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. for Sports Talk. So we'll talk some more football, and we'll have some more special guests then.
Yep. Thanks, Sammy Sue, here for having us. Wonderful food, wonderful hosting, and, couldn't do it without our sponsors and the people that help us. And, of course, Sammy's been with us a long time. And like you said, they got the Big Z burger in there. But you can't do that and come on air because I'd wear that baby.
I had that last time.
Yeah.
All right, again, Keim Home Center, Big Z Sports Extra Point Show, Bill Hammerstrom, Travis McClellan from Sammy Sue's Barbecue. We want to thank the Dover Crimson Tornado football team for joining us, and we want to thank you for watching and listening here on the Big Z Sports Extra Point Show, brought to you by Keim Home Center.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of high school sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.